Service is a part of our economy, but it is intangible. Perishability means once the service is consumed, it cannot be refunded or it cannot be returned. You can purchase those goods and you can transport those goods from supermarket to your home. Later you can use the product. Banking, education, medical treatment, transportation, these are all comes under service sector. Hello my dear students, I am your AJ sir, faculty, Department of Commerce and Management, Vidyashram First Grade College, Mysuru, a temple of excellence. My dear students, today's session is all about Management of Service BBA second sem, the first chapter called Introduction to Service. My dear students, why learning about service is very important? Because in current situation in our economy, more than 50% of our GDP is coming from service sector only. Remaining 25% is agriculture and also allied sector remaining GDP is coming. Let's go to the first slide. Service are the non-physical, intangible parts of our economy as opposed to goods which we can touch or handle. See, service is a part of our economy, but it is intangible. Goods are tangible. We can feel the goods, we can use the goods, but at the same time, in service, we cannot touch or feel the service, but we can feel the existence of the service, but we cannot touch the service. For example, I am the teacher, I am rendering my service or I am transferring my knowledge to my students. You can feel that there is a knowledge, but we cannot touch the service. Next, service such as banking, education, medical treatment and transportation makes the majority of the economies of rich countries. See, for example, when you look at the other countries' economy or world economy, those economies which are rich nation always based on service sector, and also the first primary sector is including agriculture, production, industrialization, and after this primary sector coming to the second sector is service sector. So service sector including banking, education, medical treatment, transportation, these are all comes under service sector. So service sector is always secondary sector. What do you mean by primary sector? Primary sector is a production. For example, agriculture, production of goods, industries, these are all comes under primary sector. So always rich countries is based on service sector economy, and poor countries are also developing countries always based on production sector or primary sector economy. Next one, they also represent most of the emerging nation. The best example is India. In India, more than 50% of the Indian economy is based on, or more than 50% of our GDP coming from service sector only. Remaining 25% is coming from agriculture and also allied sector remaining percentage. Now let's go to the next slide. We can't store the service. See, goods, for example, mangoes, we can store mangoes for some days and we can eat the mango. But if you come to service, for example, air ticket booking is a service, teaching is a service, consulting a lawyer is a service. If you go to the doctor, he will give suggestion and also he will give treatment. These are all the service, but we cannot store the service provided by the lawyer, the service provided by the doctor. We cannot service this. We cannot store the service, but we can, the providing of the service or provision of the service and also use of the service has to be happen at a same time. The provision of the service and also use of the service. For example, if I go to doctor and doctor will provide the service, I have to use the service at a same time. If you go to haircut, haircut is a service, and also the haircutter will start to haircut and also you will get haircut your hair. So the provision and also consumption has to be happen at a same time. We cannot store the service as goods. For example, if you want to purchase a mobile, you can purchase a mobile and store, you can use later. If you go to, if you purchase rice, if you go to mall and purchase a rice, you can store rice and use in some other time. Okay, and also if you produce a umbrellas, the industries or the factories which is producing the umbrellas, they can store umbrellas, they can sell the umbrellas during the rainy season. But if you go to doctor cannot store his service and provide his service when the demand is needed. If you go to lawyer, he cannot store his service and he cannot provide the service when demand is exceeds. That's why the service cannot be stored. So provision and consumption of service has to be happen at a same time. Next one, we can't transport or store service. So service cannot be transported as goods. For example, if you go to doctor, the doctor will provide his service at a same place. The doctor can be go to or move from one place to another place, but he cannot store or he cannot transport his service. They only exist while the provider is supplying it and the consumer is consuming it. For example, the provision and also consumption has to be happen in the same time. Next slide. When you pay for the service, you receive something intangible. For example, if you want to book a air ticket, or if you want to book a bus ticket, or also if you want to book a ticket for any other places. So when you pay for the service for booking of air ticket, for example, he will charge commission for that. You receive something intangible. Even though you get the tickets, but the service provided by the air ticket booking company, it is intangible. I am teaching. You are getting the knowledge, but you are paying the amount to the institution. Even though you are paying amount, what you are getting, it is intangible. You cannot store it, you cannot transport it. At the same time, you cannot touch it or feel it. Next one. In other words, you do not get anything solid. For example, this is a solid thing. We can touch it, we can feel it. But at the same time, the education service provided by the doctor or lawyer, we cannot touch it or feel it. Next one. The buyer of a service gets something he or she needs. For example, if you want to suggestion from the lawyer or if you want to get the legal service, you'll get it. If you go to the hotel, you'll get a service from server. You will get what you needed, but you cannot touch the service. You cannot handle the service. Next one. However, the customer does not own any physical or solid fixed property. If you book a air ticket, you cannot get aeroplane to your home. Okay, if you book a bus ticket, we will not provide you bus, but we only provide you transportation facility. Just you will move from one place to another place, but you cannot purchase the bus. You just purchase the service provided by the bus. You just purchase the service provided by the aeroplane. Property resulting from the transaction. For example, if you go to bank, the service provided by the bank, we cannot store it or we cannot handle it or we cannot own the service or we cannot take the service to our home. But we can feel the service, the existence of the service. Next topic, goods. What do you mean by goods? Goods are physical. Goods are physical means what? See, existence. We can feel the existence of the goods. Tangible things. We can see the goods. We can touch the goods. We produce. We can produce the service. Whatever the goods we produce, we can feel and we can touch, we can see. We can touch or handle them. Already I explained you, we can handle the goods, we can use the goods. People buy or sell and eventually consume the goods. You can consume, if you go to market, if you go to supermarket, there will be lot of goods. You can purchase those goods and you can transport those goods from supermarket to your home. Later you can use the product. Next one, we can store and transport the goods. Already explained. We can store the goods. For example, if you purchase biscuit pack, what you will do, you will store, you will transport. That means you will get the biscuit pack from store to your home. Later you will store it in your home or in your kitchen. Later you will use that, you will eat that biscuit packet when you need it. So we can use the goods as when we need it, but we cannot store the service, we cannot transport the service, we cannot use the service later or after the production or after the provision of the service. The provision and also consumption, that means providing of the service and consumption of service has to be happen at the same time. Next one, what is the difference between goods and services? Let's understand one by one. Goods is a physical commodity. Already explained you, we can touch the goods, we can feel the goods, we can see the goods, so we can transport the goods. So goods, we can handle the goods. Okay. Next one, it is a process or activity. It is just an activity. See, booking a air ticket is an activity. We cannot store it, we cannot touch it, or we cannot feel it. And also, if you go to education institution, so it is an activity. Teaching is an activity. It is skill oriented. So we cannot touch the education or the knowledge what you are getting. You can just feel the knowledge. You cannot see the knowledge. Next one, tangible. What do you mean by tangible? Tangible means physical evidence or physical existence. Intangible means it is not physically existed. There is no physical evidence. Next one, homogeneous. What do you mean homogeneous? If you purchase a Maruti car, all types of Maruti car in that segment. For example, Maruti 800 I purchased. Okay, or Maruti Baleno I purchased, Suzuki. Okay, all types of Baleno cars are same. Okay, if you purchase a biscuit, okay, if you purchase Marie Gold biscuit, all Marie Gold biscuit packs are same. Okay, so we can observe that it is all same, homogeneous. Okay, this is heterogeneous. If you go to doctor, doctor cannot provide you same type of service to everyone. Okay, doctor cannot provide you same type of service to everyone. Even though you same person going to the lawyer second time, he cannot expect the same type of suggestion, same type of service from the lawyer next time. So it is heterogeneous. So doctor may charge different types of charges. So for example, if a rich man goes to doctor, he will charge 100 rupees. If poor man goes to doctor, he will charge 50 rupees. According to his whims and fancy, the doctor will charge the price. But if in case of goods, all type of goods with that weight, with that color or with that volume, that the cost of the goods will be same if you purchase anywhere. Next one, production and distributions are separate from their consumption. See, goods are produced in separate place and it is consumed in separate place. For example, a production of a biscuit, it is happened in industries or production unit, biscuit production factory. Now we are consuming the biscuit at our home. Are understanding? See, the production of the biscuit happened in a factory and the consumption of the biscuit is happening in our home. So production is different place and consumption is different place. But if you go to hair salon, the provision of the or providing service, the hair cutter start to cut your hair. So he start to render his service and also at the same time you have to consume the service. You cannot say I will go to home and later I will consume. It is not possible. It is impossible. Are understanding? If you go to hospital, doctor will give suggestion or doctor will give treatment. You cannot store the treatment and use the treatment whenever you need it. It is impossible. The production and consumption or the rendering of the service and also consumption of the service has to be happened at a same place and same time. Next one, can be stored. Goods can be stored. For example, in factory only, they will store the goods for months or for years. Later, they will sell the goods. There is a demand for that particular product and also you will purchase the goods when you go to store and also you will store it in some place and use it when you need it. But in service case, it is very impossible. You cannot store the service. Next one, transfer of ownership is possible. For example, if you purchase a car, you will be having the document for the name. You can change the name of the owner. From first owner will transfer his car to second owner. The name of the first owner is Ram. The name of the second owner is Raghu. The ownership of that particular goods can be transferred from Ram to Raghu. But in case of service, the doctor will provide the service. Whatever the service provided by the doctor, the ownership of the service goes to doctor, or he will transfer the service to you. You cannot become the doctor. You can only get the treatment. If you go to lawyer, you cannot. If you get the suggestions or if you get the legal advice from the lawyer, you cannot become the lawyer. The ownership cannot be transferred from one person to another person in case of service. For example, if you go to the hotel, the server will serve a masala dosa to you. Okay. If you get the masala dosa and after eating masala dosa, you cannot become server. Okay. The ownership of the servant cannot be transferred. So this is the difference between goods and service. Now, let's understand what are the characteristics of service. See, most of the difference, what you understand in difference between goods and service will be the characteristics of service also. Now, intangibility, already explained. What do you mean by intangibility? There is no physical evidence in the service case. There is no physical existence. So, service are intangible and do not have a physical existence. Service are intangible. You cannot see whether service is existed or not. Okay. Next one. Hence, service cannot be touched, held, tasted or smelled. You cannot smell the service. You cannot taste the service. But biscuit or mango, any other fruit, you can touch it, you can feel it, you can eat and taste it, and also you can smell the goods. Heterogeneity or variability. So, all types of service cannot be same, even though the same person providing the service. It may be doctor, lawyer, teacher or any other person. Even though if you go to bank, the bank will not provide same type of service to all the customer. But in case of goods, for example, if you purchase a Maruti car, that segment of Maruti car will be same. If you purchase a Honda bike, that particular segment of Honda bike will be same. There will be no much difference in that particular bike sector. Okay, if you purchase any, it may be computer, laptop, for example, HP laptop you are purchasing or Dell laptop you are purchasing. In that particular, in that category of the laptop, all laptops are same. It may be color. If you order a black laptop, the black laptop will be always same. Even though if you purchase 10 units of laptop, 20 units of laptop, all laptops are same. But if you go to bank, the service provided by the bank will be differ from one person to another person. Even though the same person providing the service, even though the same person is receiving the service, if you go to today, if you go to bank, you will get the different type of service, and also if you go to bank, you may get different type of suggestion or different type of service. Next one, the feature of service by a provider cannot be uniform or standardized. So we cannot standardize the service. There is no any measurement to standardize. How do you calculate the service or how do you measure the service? Even though we can tell you have provide good service or you have provide better service. So do you have any standard technique to measure which is good, which is bad or which is excellent? According to our understanding, according to our mindset, we may feel it is the best. For example, if you go to doctor, whatever the suggestion or whatever the treatment you got from that particular doctor, I feel it is better. Someone feel it is excellent. The other person will feel it is not that much good. So we cannot standardize the service. There is no such mechanism to standardize the service. Even though we can tell some extent, we can tell it is good, better, best or excellent. But we cannot tell particularly. For example, if you want to purchase a juice bottle, you can measure. There is a standardized technique is there to measure the juice. If you order 1 liter juice, you will get 1 liter juice. But if you go to service, you cannot standardize the service, or you cannot order the service. I want better service, I want 1 liter service, or I want 1 kg service. We cannot measure the service. There is no standard technique to measure the service. Here also you have example, a doctor can charge much higher fee to rich person. If you go to doctor, a rich person goes to doctor, and the doctor will see he is a rich person, he will fee whatever the fee he want to collect. He will collect 100 rupees or 1000 rupees. At the same time, if a poor person or poor client goes to doctor, he may feel, oh, he is poor, let me collect some lesser amount of fees. So he may feel, and also he will collect only 100 rupees. Instead of charging 1000 rupees, doctor may collect 100 rupees. If you go to lawyer also, a rich person goes to a lawyer, he will charge 10,000 rupees. If poor person, he may request to the lawyer, sir, I am poor, can you reduce the service charge? So the lawyer may agree, and also he may receive 1 or 2,000 instead of receiving 10,000 rupees. So there is no standard technique, there is no standard form to measure the service. It varies from one person to another person. What do you mean by perishability? Perishability means once the service is consumed, it cannot be refunded or it cannot be returned. See, service cannot be stored. Already explained, we understood service, we cannot be stored. The consumption and provision has to be happen at the same place and same time. It cannot be saved or returned. See, for example, if you go to haircut, once the haircut is happened, can you return the service? And once the server serves some item to you at a hotel, can you return the service provided by the servant? And at the same time, if you go to doctor, once the doctor give treatment, can you return the treatment whatever the doctor provided? No, it is impossible. So service cannot be returned. So it is perishable. Once the service is consumed, we cannot return the service, or we cannot so once the service is consumed, we cannot replace or we cannot resold to another person once they have been used. Once rendered to customer, the service is completely consumed and cannot be delivered to another customer. See, for example, once if you go to lawyer, once lawyer gives the legal advice, it is already consumed. You got the knowledge regarding the legal facilities. Okay, once it is consumed and you have paid the fees to lawyer, when this activity happened, you cannot go to lawyer again, say I don't want your service, can you return the service? It is not possible. Say I don't want your suggestion, you just pay back my money, can you say that? No, once the lawyer render his service, you cannot return the service. Next one, again, once he gives the legal suggestion, he cannot get the service back what he rendered, and also he cannot resold to another person. Okay, the lawyer cannot give the same suggestion to another person and also resold to another person. Next one, inseparability and simultaneity of production and consumption. Already I explained the production and consumption has to be happen at a same time. We cannot separate the in service. We cannot separate the consumption and production. So at the same time, at which time the service is rendered, at the same time we have to consume the service. This refers to the fact that services are generated and consumed within the same time frame. Example, haircut. Already give the example. In haircut, the provision or the service of haircut happens at the same time you have to consume the haircut. You cannot replace or you cannot return the haircut whatever the barber given the haircut service. Next point, fluctuating demand. See, fluctuating demand. Under fluctuating demand, service demand has high degree of fluctuation. What do you mean by that? If you are getting a transportation service, if you are coming from government transportation service, for example, at peak hour, it may be from 9 o'clock to 12 o'clock, the rush in the bus will be more. It is a peak hour. During the afternoon time, there will be no much rush in the bus. If you are using a government transportation service, peak hours, you will be having so much rush in the bus. Okay, the people using the government vehicle will be more in peak hour, but it will be less in the normal hour. It may be afternoon. Once again, it will be peak in evening time and during the 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock evening. So, service, it may be the change in the demand can be seasonal, weekly, daily or even hours. Okay, next one. Most of the service have peak demand in peak hours. Already explained you what are the peak. For example, in government transportation service, peak hour means what? Maybe in 9 o'clock, from 8 o'clock to 12 o'clock will be the peak hours. Again, evening from 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock will be the peak hours. During this time, demand for the government vehicle or transportation will be more. Next one. And low demand in off period time. That means during the after 10 o'clock night or also after 12 o'clock afternoon, after the peak hours, the demand for the government transportation will be less. Next one, ownership. Already we have understood ownership of the service. We cannot transfer from one person to another person. In the sale of goods, after the completion of process, the goods are transferred in the name of the buyer and he becomes the owner of the goods. For example, if you purchase a car, you will become the owner of the product. But if you purchase or if you pay for legal service, you cannot become the legal owner of that particular service. You cannot become lawyer or you cannot become doctor. If you get the treatment, you are just a client or you are just a patient to the doctor. You just consume the service and you have to pay the amount. We cannot tell I am the doctor or I am the lawyer. But in case of service, the user have only access to service. They cannot own the service. If you use the government transportation, you cannot say I have purchased the government vehicle or government bus, but we can only use the service provided by the government transportation service. We can move from one place to another place, but we cannot purchase the government vehicle or we cannot purchase the banking service. We have to pay for the banking service and we can use the banking service provided and we can consume the banking service, but we cannot purchase the banking service. So, in this session, we have discussed this much. For next session, we will discuss types of service, what are the types of service and classification of service and marketing mix of service. 7 P's of service marketing mix. It will be very interesting topics. So, my dear students, I am going to end this session now. Again, we will meet in the next session. Till then, thank you so much. Thank you for watching.